Sauerkraut.
That's all you're going to get. You're going to have to watch the show to find out more.
Hey, Ecuador builds a pyramid of roses.
All right. Ecuador Rose Parade. Woo! Golden Retrievers celebrate 150 years as a breed.
That's weird. They look a lot older.
Scott and the Andromeda Galaxy. Andromeda Galaxy? The movie Andromeda Strain confused me with that. But Scott and the Andromeda Galaxy are apparently hungry.
And stay tuned because my rabbit Goobers finally makes an appearance, and it only took 138 episodes.
That's pretty impressive. Not that he made the appearance, but we couldn't get him on for 138 episodes. Aliens are the only way I can make our phrase origin story make sense.
Now that's a POS.
POS. Oh, phrase origin story. I thought it was the other POS. Sorry. I'm recording. I'm not going to put it in the show, but.
I got him. He's up here. He's letting me pet him in my lap.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. So let's start the show that way. Coming at you in 3. Welcome to What Happened in the World Today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott and Goobers. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show.
There goes Goobers. Oh, run. Oh, that didn't last very long.
No, but we finally got him on the show.
Was that a real bunny or was that one of those fake ones that magicians use?
Yeah, right. You saw how fast he got off of me. Look at all the hair on me now. Holy shit.
Man.
Woo, that's a lot of hair.
Crazy. So we're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world today. And it only took, but is that one of your New Year's resolutions? It is one of your New Year's resolutions. It only took 138 shows for Scott to get Thumper,
Goobers,
Harvey, the imaginary rabbit, to actually be on the screen for 10 seconds.
It's about what it was. It was 10 seconds.
So that's crazy.
Hey, speaking of 10 seconds, we should talk about sauerkraut because I said we were going to talk about that.
Oh, wait. So, okay. So slow down there, Mr. Jumping In. So for 2 shows, Scott wanted to say something about sauerkraut, which I have no idea.
But sauerkraut reminded me.
And he kept forgetting. And then the last show at the very end, he goes, sauerkraut, that's it. So I promised everybody we'd come back with sauerkraut on this show.
Yes.
Apparently, we are coming back with sauerkraut on the show right at the beginning.
Yes.
So we don't forget and have no reason to be talking about sauerkraut, but okay, sauerkraut. Yes. I had some. I ate some. Sauerkraut is vegetarian.
Yes.
It's whole food plant-based. It's good.
Okay. If you took the opportunity to watch my cooking show that I talked about in the last episode that had to do with the country style pork ribs in sauerkraut, you will see that I mentioned that I am not a fan of sauerkraut, but my wife likes it, so I put all the sauerkraut on her plate.
Okay.
Needless to say, there was some sauerkraut on my ribs because it was cooked in them, right? Plus, it absorbed some of the flavor.
Sure.
One of the things that Steve has asked me to do is keep an open mind about foods. I try to do that anyway, but I have habitually been a pain in the butt about food. And Steve, early episodes, you remember, I used to order special orders at McDonald's.
Yeah, because he's a picky eater. But he eats at McDonald's. So, okay, you're picky at the junk you're putting in your body, but you're still putting junk in your body.
Ever since I started doing this show, I've been creating different dishes because I'm like most Americans that are too busy. If you don't eat out, the few times you cook at home, you cook the same things because it's easy and it's what you know. By doing this show, it's forcing me to cook things that I don't normally cook and try different recipes that I have never tried before. I found out I could eat cauliflower. Remember? I brought that up. Wow, I could eat cauliflower, and I hated cauliflower all my life, okay? That's not the only thing. It's like the sauerkraut. I ate these pork things. Unbelievable how delicious this was, and I could taste the sauerkraut. I said, why do I hate sauerkraut? This stuff is freaking awesome.
Right. So, why do you hate it? Because it's fermented cabbage.
Correct. And here's the thing. People remember a bad experience they had as a childhood or whatever.
So what was your bad experience as a child what did it do with sauerkraut?
Well, my mother was not a very good cook. Fortunately, my grandparents were, but I didn't go there that often. So, there was a handful of things my mother made that was edible. Everything else was kind of eh. So, she was, fortunately, we ate a lot of pizza, which was something that all kids like, right?
Pizza was loved for you, which is
Yes.
a bad food. I used to say it was a good food because it had all 4 major food groups in it. When you had 4 food groups, when the food pyramid was only 4, you had your bread, the crust. You had your cheese, right? Your dairy. You had your vegetable, the tomato sauce.
That's
and
right.
You threw meat on there. Yeah, I did
protein.
Sausage So there you go. It's perfect food. It's all 4 food groups, and
that's correct.
Everything's now processed, and it's all bad for you.
So the whole thing I wanted to talk about, and it's really a short thing, is if you have always
too late.
God, I really hate this. Try it again. You might be surprised that things are different if it's cooked right. It's amazing.
Yes. Well, plus they say your tastes change every 7 years.
Okay.
Your taste change, your allergies change, things.
Right.
The economy changes.
I'll tell you right now, I can still eat a dozen donuts a day. That hasn't changed.
The donut diet? That's not a good diet.
So
everybody thinks sauerkraut is German, right? Well, the words are sour and kraut.
Correct.
Right? But it's actually Chinese. The Chinese were fermenting cabbage like 2,000 years.
Yep. Not just Chinese, Koreans too.
Yeah. That's kimchi.
It's kimchi, right?
I don't like the smell of kimchi. I can't do kimchi. I tried. I can't do it.
It is pungent.
I can't do it. I just can't do it. I mean, sauerkraut I'll do. Kimchi can't do. But it wasn't until the 16th century that the Europeans started using sauerkraut.
Correct. So brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant.
So speaking of things that have now that segue just didn't work.
A pungent smell that have a how about a distinct smell?
There we go. I like that even better.
Kimchi has a distinct smell.
It does.
And so do
roses.
Roses are red. Violets are blue. I don't know where that goes from there.
Sugar's sweet, and so are you.
Sauerkraut is sour, and I have no idea how to.
And when you pass gas, pew.
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 Pew. Okay,
all
so
right.
back to the roses. What
Let's go back to roses. Now, people are familiar with the Rose Parade, right?
Yes.
All the floats have to be made out of roses and other all-natural things, right?
All-natural. They have to be whole food plant-based.
That's in Pasadena, right?
Pasadena, California, yes.
Right. Okay. Susie loves watching that. So apparently some people in a town in Ecuador decided that maybe it would be cool to do something even more grandiose than the Rose Parade floats.
Okay.
So they called Guinness. Everybody knows about Guinness, the record people, right?
Oh, I thought we were talking about
the beer. Not the beer.
That's where I went.
Yeah,
Guinness World Record.
That's why I threw in the record people right away.
Okay.
I saw your brain go, beer!
Yeah, we need to do another beer show.
Yes, actually, we should call Andrew. Well, I actually have a friend in Venezuela. They have Venezuelan beer. Let's see if I can't find him.
Get them both on. Let's have them battle.
Yeah.
Battle of the beers. Beer battle.
Battle of the beer. There you go.
All right, go ahead.
But anyway, back to the rose thing in Ecuador. They decided to call Guinness and say, hey, we're going to do something really cool. We have all these roses, lots and lots of roses. As a matter of fact, we have 546,364 roses.
That's very exact. I would have just said over 500,000, but I guess for Guinness, you need to have the exact number.
It was more funny my way.
Well, and for Guinness, you have to have a number. You can't just say over.
That's right.
Plus, how do they verify that? Did they just take their word for it? How do they know that there was, 546,364? How do you know that one of them wasn't cut in half? It was really 363?
I would say that somebody's actually there.
Counting them?
Counting them as they're being pulled out and used.
Wow.
Probably a team. And then it's added together.
But
anyway, guess what they did with all those roses?
They broke the Guinness World Book of Record. I win. Okay.
By building a life-size pyramid replica.
Well, they have a lot of pyramids there.
They do.
They're indigenous to that area, which I think is funny. How is a pyramid indigenous to an area? You build something there. That's like saying a house is indigenous to my street.
Okay. However, Adobe houses are indigenous to
wherever you build them.
Desert countries.
Wherever you build them, they're indigenous. It's not like a tree. It's not like the Joshua tree, which is indigenous to the Mojave Desert where we're at, right? It's not like manta rays that are indigenous to the Pacific Ocean off of Bora Bora or the Kona Coast of Hawaii. I mean, it's something you could build.
Correct.
Like the Grand Canyon is indigenous to. I agree. Do I not know the meaning of the word indigenous?
No, you're probably correct, and I'm saying that I think they made an error.
They just used a weird word.
Yes.
All right. So So here it is: indigenous, originating or occurring naturally in a particular place. Native.
Correct.
Okay.
And of course, pyramids are not natural.
So native to that area.
Yeah.
Original to that area, but occurring naturally.
Yes. Doesn't quite fit.
I think that's it's not often when I'm grammatically correct. However, that one just seemed like a weird.
I concur. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve and I are agreeing on something.
Yes. Pay attention to that date.
All right. Now, do you recall what the previous record holder was?
I do, but here's the funny part. Before we get to the previous record, we're going to hold that thought. Guinness officials inspected the pyramid and recommended some alterations to ensure it qualified for the record before they returned several days later to confirm the attempt was successful. Unfortunately, it doesn't say what the changes were that they needed to do.
No, yeah, I know. Probably because it's not as interesting as the story's generality.
Well, plus, a pyramid's much easier to build than the last record.
That is very true.
The last record was in the United Emirates. And they have a lot of flowers over there, apparently, because they built a life-size sculpture of an Airbus A380 jet.
In 2016. Now, you know what I like the best about it? Is
that
when it took off.
It flew.
No, it didn't. But I have a great imagination.
Yes, you do. You have a great imagination. So I'm not sure what our genuine positivity message will have to do with that. So let's do another story.
Okay. Ooh. I got a good one.
All right. Which one off the subject board are we going to grab?
I like Scotland. And I like
Scotland because you tell everybody that Scotland was named after you.
That's right.
Which everybody goes, okay, you're not as old as Scotland, so we don't think that's true.
Well, people keep forgetting I'm actually older than I look.
Okay.
Not that old? Yeah.
Vampire Scott.
All right.
Wait, what else could be that old? Vampires are old. What's that guy with the warrior guy?
Immortals.
No.
Highlander.
Yeah.
He's an immortal.
Yeah, I know. Okay, that's somebody who lives forever, but what was he? He was a Highlander. Thank you.
He was a Highlander.
Yeah, I know he was immortal, but he's a Highlander. Thank you.
Yes, but they weren't all Highlanders. He was the Highlander.
Right. But there were other ones where they were immortals, and that's they just called that. That was their title.
You'd only be killed if your head was removed from your shoulders
by another immortal.
No, they could be killed by non-mortals or by mortals.
By non-immortals.
Yeah, there was that. It wasn't the Illuminati, but it was another like Cyclone hammer or whatever, and they used axes.
Thor had the hammer. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning.
That's enough. Yeah. We didn't harmonize very well.
Well, we weren't trying to.
All right, so what else could be really old? How about
Scotland?
A breed of dogs?
Well, are golden retrievers indigenous to Scotland?
They are.
Are they? But they're a breed. Yeah. So are any breeds indigenous, or are they? Because that's not naturally occurring, and all breeds are man-made, aren't they? Because otherwise, all dogs would be mutts. How did that? Okay, so how did that happen originally? I have no idea. How did dogs originate? And then breeds originate? Because I thought all breeds were made.
Well, dogs are, wolves, coyotes, dingoes.
The dingo ate my baby.
Right. At some point, some of them were domesticated, and then as they bred, and then,
Well, they didn't breed. They were bred. They didn't do it naturally. So
correct.
Golden. So see, now I don't know.
But the cool thing is, the breed known as golden retrievers has now celebrated its 150th anniversary.
Right. So obviously, it's not indigenous because of the fact that.
Well, the breed was created in Scotland.
It's a Scotland, United Kingdom, and England. Well, Scotland's in the United Kingdom. We talked about that in our previous show.
Yes.
The
golden retrievers were first bred by Dudley Majorbanks.
Who?
A.K.A. Lord Tweedmouth. How's that for a name?
Okay. Did you know that the retrievers are the 5th most popular breed by registration? 92,994.
Pretty cool, huh?
I like retrievers. Retrievers are good dogs.
Well, what happened is
aren't they working dogs, though, that you have to keep them entertained, otherwise they destroy your house?
Lord Tweedmouth bred a wavy-coated retriever with a tweed water spaniel because he sought to create a breed of dog capable of swimming long distances to retrieve kills from hunts.
Why they're called retrievers.
Yes.
Golden because of their color.
Yep. Pretty schnifty.
So, 150 years is not very long.
No.
The United States is older.
Yeah, that is also correct. So this is a relatively...
It's definitely not an indigenous dog because it's not naturally occurring. Ugh.
But they had 361 dogs attend the event.
361? That's it?
That's it. Well, Scotland's not very big.
Oh, so you just grabbed all the ones from the UK?
Yeah, so 360. Well, it did set a new record for the club gathering.
Is that a Guinness record? Did Guinness go there and count the dogs?
No, this was just a club record.
Oh.
But still, it's pretty cool. There's a lot. It's the nice part is they're such well-mannered dogs that all these dogs are together and they're getting along.
Well, that's cool.
It is. All right, now that we came up with something better for our GPM, as my new phrase, I like that.
Yeah.
So how are we going to make that work?
Well, get something from a dog lover. Find a dog lover. You're thinking.
What's that guy look like a cowboy?
You wrote it down.
Oh.
Yes,
Sam.
Okay, so you can't do this and make everybody think you're thinking it up on your head and then go like that and read it.
I can't.
We all know you read stuff.
I do.
And when you read stuff, your eyes are down, looking down, reading it. So you can't do the pretend thing that you didn't know who it was and then go, what was that guy's name? Oh yeah. It was Sam Butler.
Wait. Is that better?
That's not how you do it. This is how you do it. You go like this. You go, oh yeah, it's Sam Butler.
Sam Butler.
That's what you do. You just didn't know. I'm playing back and watch. It's funny.
Okay, Sam Butler. What did he say?
So you can't do that because you're not faking it. You're not.
Stop shaking your finger. It turns green when you do that.
Doesn't turn green when it's in front of my face.
Yeah, you were glitching earlier. It's really weird.
That was yours. That wasn't mine. That was you.
Oh.
That was all you.
Okay.
All right, so what did Sam Butler, the dog lover, say about?
The greatest pleasure of a dog is that you may make a fool of yourself with him, and not only will he not scold you, he will make a fool of himself too.
That's the kind of friends I have.
Yes.
When I make a fool of myself, they make a fool of themselves. So
yes.
I don't feel left out, which I appreciate. So go find those people who are like you and hang out with them. Hang out with the positive people. Hang out with the fun people. You don't need to hang around. So the genuine positivity part of this, hang around with people who are going to make you feel good about yourself and support you. You don't need to hang around with people who are negative and tear you down. Not good for anybody. Don't do it.
That's right.
PM.
So remember, if you're an athlete, find some athletic supporters. Whatever.
All right.
Hey. I'm hungry.
Hey, you're always hungry.
No, I'm not always hungry. I'm just hungry frequently. But now I'm really hungry. You know what I feel like eating?
A whole solar system.
A whole solar system. Wouldn't that be awesome to be able to eat a whole solar system?
I've done that in the past. The big 18-inch pizza. It was.
Yeah.
Who is that? I can't think of comedian's name. Gosh, bummers, dang it. The comedian who is heavyweight himself, he's been on TV shows and everything, and he talks about going to the smorgasbord. And he goes to the smorgasbord and goes, "You eat too much. You go home now. You eat too much. You go home now. You done eating." And then there's another comedian goes, a buffet is a suggestion. Stop treating it like a challenge.
Yes. Yeah.
All you can eat. It's just a suggestion, not a challenge. And I used to take that challenge on. I've done a good job of not doing it.
I find that when I go to buffets, I eat more than I should because I want to get my money's worth. It's not about
good luck with that. Good luck with that.
But anywho.
But it's okay. Talk about buffets. The Aces buffet here at the Palms, they have all the stations, right? So being whole food plant-based, I'm figuring I'm only going to eat off the center table, which is the salad bar, right? Right. So they sit down and the lady goes, "Hey, there's our American bar, there's our Italian bar, there's our Asian bar, there's our pizza bar, I don't know, there's our Italian bar, there's our dessert bar, and there is our vegan bar." And I went, "What?"
What?
A whole section for vegan food, which is
really
good. Yeah.
And there were 6 dishes on it?
Oh, no. There were like 8. They had
8? Woohoo!
They had zucchini pasta. They had buffalo cauliflower.
Did they have Italian cauliflower and quinoa bake?
No. Another one of your ones you got to go check out?
That's one of the ones I made, yep.
Did you like quinoa? Do you like rice?
You know something? It was actually different, and I didn't mind it. It's not something that I would intentionally go out and order, but I will eat it again.
Do you like rice?
Yes.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't like quinoa then. You know, you can make it with different kind of broths, too. You can make it with a beef broth, a chicken broth. I do it with veggie broth.
It's not that I didn't like it, because I thought it was fine. The problem is it was a consistency that was not
conducive to what you would like. So what you can do is you can take yams, chop up yams.
I am what I am.
You can do peppers, a little bit of garlic, and mix that in with the quinoa. And that's really good, too.
Speaking of peppers, I'm going to have, for one of my shows in the very near future, fresh peppers right out of my garden. They're almost ready.
Oh, nice. So what I'd like you to make with that is a Mexican rice stuffed pepper.
Okay.
Do you like Mexican rice?
Well, I already put rice in my stuffed peppers, but then, of course, I put my good stuff in there, too.
You put meat in there. If you do a Mexican rice, you can do a tomato sauce or some tomatillos. You can do a Rotello. Rotello? Is that Rotello? Is that the can?
I think it was oil and
chilies
from Shell.
Chilies and chilies and tomatoes. Rotel.
Okay.
Rotel. You know what Rotel is?
Oh, yeah. That's the stuff you put in the cheese to make the dip.
Yeah.
Yes. I know what you're talking about now.
So you can do that. You can do some each way for the variation. You could show your way, and then you can show the variation way.
Yes.
All in the same show.
I'm trying to figure out how you did it, because I ate that Italian cauliflower and quinoa bake, and you know the old joke about you eat Chinese, you're hungry 2 hours later?
Yeah.
Chinese food fills me up. I am not hungry 2 hours later. I ate this stuff. 2 hours later, I was freaking starving.
Was missing something then? It was missing a protein or something that your body was triggering.
It's called meat.
Theoretically, no. Theoretically, there are two sensors in your digestive system. I'm going to say digestive system because I don't know exactly where they are, that check nutrients going past them. And as long as nutrients are going past these sensors, you're not hungry. The challenge is when there aren't nutrients going past there, your body's going, uh-oh, I'm not getting nutrients. Go eat more food. So if you eat foods without the nutrients that sensor's looking for, that's when you get hungry. That's a theory.
Of course, my sensors are looking for donuts.
Donuts. I have no idea whether that's true or accurate, or I'm going to move my microphone because I keep moving around. So I'm going to move back.
Just out of curiosity.
Just out of curiosity.
How did we get so far away from eating galaxies?
We just started talking about eating. And when it comes to eating, the two of us are, we have our mental problems when it comes to eating.
Yes.
I've talked about that before, that food is love. And we need to get back on track because we are way out of time here.
Yes.
I mean, so the Andromeda Galaxy ate our sister galaxy.
Correct.
Very confusing to me.
Okay.
It's so also first off, scientists at the University of Michigan discovered that it did this about 2 billion years ago.
Correct.
How do you discover something from 2 billion years ago?
Okay. I'm going to bring something up really quick. Flat earthers.
No, we're out of time. we're out of time. I mean, seriously, we're way out of time.
Yes. So,
but go ahead, introduce a new subject. Go ahead. I'll wait.
No. It's not a new subject. It's the same concept. The problem is the scientists are hypothesizing about this.
Okay, this isn't even close to the same subject.
They can't prove it.
This galaxy is so far away, I can't go do that. I can fly in an airplane or in a rocket, and I can see the Earth and see if it's flat or not, or see if
Correct.
Satellites, how do I explain satellites? I mean, whatever. Okay.
Yes.
The rockets going around, whatever, flat earthers. Okay. I reject your reality. I reject your, and replace it with my own. I reject your something, whatever.
Exactly.
But we're out of time again. We're still out of time.
All right.
And you never did your phrase origin story.
All
so
right.
what are we going to do? Not do a phrase origin story to show?
Okay, we can skip it this show.
No, we can't. We have to do it. That's part of the
All right. In that case, how about
we're out of time.
In the air?
We're out of time.
Okay.
So how are you going to build castles in the air when we're out of time?
Well, here's why. Because the phrase actually means extravagant hopes and plans that will never be carried out. And so we're out of time. We're going to have to not carry this out.
Building castles in the air is extravagant hopes and plans that will never be carried out. Really?
Yep. The term dates from the late 1500s. The variant castles in Spain, or Chateau en España, was recorded in the 13th century and translated in English in 1365.
I don't get it. So that's not good. We shouldn't skip the phrase origin story because I don't get it. So building castles in the air,
right,
is extravagant hopes and plans never be carried out. So were people actually building castles in the air?
Well, no, the concept was they wanted to build a castle in the air, but it was too much and they couldn't do it.
How would you do it, though?
That's why it's that phrase. It means it's never going to happen. People have these high hopes and it's never going to happen.
I apologize for that phrase origin story because I still have no idea how that phrase was.
And it's not the way our show is because we're all about positive and this is sort of negative.
So we shouldn't have picked this phrase origin story at all is what you're saying.
Well, yeah, I probably shouldn't have picked that, right?
Because there's no origin. The term dates from the late 1500s.
Yes. But yet it goes all the way back to the 1300s.
Because, okay, I got it. Back when the aliens were here on Earth and they were floating in their spaceships, they thought those were castles.
Yes, because
those were the castles in the sky, and now they've never happened because the aliens haven't been here because that's what we're all taught to believe. So that's where the origin came from.
Wow, do we make that a stretch?
I believe it.
Okay. It works.
But with that, I want to say thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision.
And after that rant of aliens coming to Earth and having castles in the sky, and that's where the phrase origin came from, how can you see it's anything but that? But we'll go with that. I've kind of lost where I'm at. I want you to subscribe, like, and watch our other shows and channels.
And share.
Make sure you go to whathappened.world, share, get us lots more subscribers so we can continue to do this, continue to give this an escape, and come up with these harebrained things that building castles in the sky were actually, I'm going with that. They were actually spaceships.
I go with it too. I like it.
And they thought those were castles in the sky.
That's right.
But now that we don't believe in aliens,
who doesn't believe in aliens?
It's never going to happen. Well, it doesn't work if you believe in aliens, because then there are castles in the sky. But it's extravagant hopes and plans that'll never be carried out. There are no aliens. Stay with the story.
Okay.
You got to buy into it. You got to buy into something.
I believe.
Even though we don't have enough money to buy anything, but we got to buy into something. So go to whathappened.world, subscribe, like, watch our other shows and channels. Make sure you're sharing. Go to Fun Guy the Entertainer Cooks for You. Go see the peppers that he's going to have from his garden coming up. Go see what he has up there previously. Maybe you'll learn how to cook some stuff. Scott's learning how to eat a whole new group of foods. Maybe you will too. And with that, I want you to live every day, and we'll see you at the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
Be crazy, but you still amaze me.